Hello, everyone. We're here today with past President Dean Heffelfinger, and we could say past President squared because he served 2 terms as president. What were your years known for, Dean?
Well, my first year was 2001, and I'm most proud of the fact that a member joined the club that year when I was president who has become president of the club. And
Is that me?
That was you, Marty. That was you.
And we both have 4 syllables in our last name.
That's right. We're the only 2 members that have 4 syllables.
Cutrafelli.
Oh.
What kind of work did you do when you worked?
I worked for Pacific Bell, which was owned by AT&T, and
I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road.
When I worked for them, when I first started in Sacramento, I was asked by a guy if I wanted to join this service club called the 2030 Club. And I said, geez, that's interesting. And I joined, and I found out that that was founded by the Sacramento Rotary Club.
Oh.
So it was under the same guidelines as Rotary. You had membership, and you could only have so many people in each classification. And, so that was my first involvement with Rotary. And after that, I received a call from a guy who also worked for the company, and he said, how would you like to go to Egypt?
Wow.
I said, how would I go to Egypt? And he says, well, Rotary has this program called Group Study Exchange. And they send people to Egypt. In 1975, I went to Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria on a Rotary Group Study Exchange program. Lebanon was very challenging.
Interesting.
In fact, the night we arrived there, my roommate and I, we were sitting on our beds and we could hear bombs going off in the distance.
Oy.
And I asked him, I said, what do you think? He says, what about it? I said, should we sleep on top of our beds or under our beds?
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
And then we went to Syria. Syria, even at that time, Assad he put the kibosh on Rotary. They did have a Rotary club, and we met with a few members from that Rotary club, which was fine. Then when we went back into Lebanon, we got stopped at a giant bonfire in the middle of the road, tires burning and guys sticking AK-47s through the window of the car. And finally they let us through.
Tell us a little bit about this group exchange
Group
program.
Study Exchange is young adults and
Working
adults, and you must be working. They do not take students.
Yes. And now I went to your 50th wedding anniversary party. Was fun. You didn't know Jo very long before the 2 of you got married.
No, I had known her.
Was it a couple days? A week?
All right, a day. No, I had known her for several months. So.
Several months, that
Several
long,
months.
okay.
Yeah, well, we met one time before, and we said, hi, how are you? Then we met again at, a friend introduced us, and I asked her out, and that was in January of 1995. And by March, I had said, why don't we get married? She said no 3 times, finally accepted.
Wow.
And we were married that September.
How many kids do you have?
3.
I know
children.
Heidi.
Heidi's my youngest.
Okay,
Heidi,
she's a teacher?
No, Heidi, my older daughter, Gretchen, is a
Gretchen,
teacher.
that's right.
Heidi's involved in technology industry.
Every family should have a chief technical officer.
You got that right, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Dean. Very interesting, and I know that our younger and newer members appreciate getting to know you a little bit better.
Good.
And you're driving Cammie these days, and
I do. I drive when Cammie comes to meetings. I drive both Cammie and Joyce Palmer.
Okay, very good. And I'm going to start taking responsibility for John Stuber and Bob Moore. So we're
Good.
going to all help each other here.
Good. Yeah, we'll need to buy a bus.
Exactly. Well, thank you again, and you may be next.